Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome here to Nagoya for tonight's game in the Japanese B.LEAGUE between Nagoya Diamond Dolphins and the defending champions, the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Well, hello and welcome to all of our basketball fans tuning in to B.LEAGUE International. This is the top two table clash. We're here at the Dolphins Arena for this epic encounter between two teams who are number one chasing a championship. In the case of RYUKYU Golden Kings, defending their title from last season. Well, you can see Coach Dennis coming into the game right now here, along with the RYUKYU Golden Kings players. Richie Kishimoto checking into the game, along with Scott Edison just entering the building. And what an epic encounter this is going to be today. Well, both RYUKYU Golden Kings and the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins currently top of the Western Conference. And as we mentioned, both teams heading into the playoffs this season. Only a few games left of the B.LEAGUE regular season. RYUKYU Golden Kings currently with the fourth greatest record currently here in the B.LEAGUE with 40 wins and 16 losses, right behind San Antonio Phoenix, Alvark Tokyo, and of course the champions of 2022, Utsunomiya Brex. Well, there you can see Chiba Jets along with Hiroshima Dragonflies just taking over Shimane Suzuki Magic to try and make up the wildcard positions. Those will be the final two playoff spots here for this season's 2023-24 Japanese B.LEAGUE playoffs. Well, the key thing today, of course, is making sure both teams get off to a very good start and making sure that they can maintain the tempo going forward. Well, tempo will be key, as we mentioned. No doubt, they always say, the late, great Kobe Bryant once said, it's always harder to defend a championship than it is to win it initially. Traveling fans making the journey all the way from Okinawa. Dai Okitani, the man who led this team to a championship last year, defeating Chiba Jets in the final. Well, there's your lineup, of course. New additions this season has seen the likes of Vic Law, who did play against the Golden Kings in the finals for the Chiba Jets, and Alvark Tokyo's Alex Kirk. Well, returning players such as Richie Kishimoto and Keita Imamura have been monumental, but it's all about the bigs. That man right there with the most beautiful hairstyle in all of world basketball, Jack Cooley, will be partnered with the likes of Alan Durham, the former PBA player. Well, Durham will be in the starting lineup. Kishimoto will be in the backcourt along with Keita Imamura. The final spots, of course, will go to Shota Onodera, one of their top three-point shooters. While the final spot will indeed be given up to the big man, Jack Cooley. Well, it's been a good bounce back so far this season, being top of the Western Conference for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Now remember, when Utsunomiya Brex won their championship in 2022, they failed to qualify for the playoffs last year. And as mentioned, when you're kings of the Japanese B.LEAGUE, in this case RYUKYU Golden Kings, championship kings, it is always tough to try and defend your title. So many teams will be coming after them, and the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, even though this is a regular season game, they could very well meet in the playoffs. And here's a replay of the last time these two teams met, of course. The Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, so far they have a better record against the likes of RYUKYU Golden Kings. Just so many great options this year. You can see Yukado Suda becoming a primetime three-point shooter. He's been causing Golden Kings a lot of problems in the last time these two teams met. And one thing you've got to appreciate, size does matter in this game. Big man Joshua Swift, he is going to be a good matchup, even though he does play limited minutes coming off the bench for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. It was indeed a very exciting overtime fixture, but Yutaro Suda, deep three in the corner, sending the Dolphins all the way back to Nagoya with a huge victory on their visit to Okinawa-shi. Well, there's going to be the matchup. Richie Kishimoto, one of the quickest point guards in Japanese basketball. The key matchup will be against the shooting guard, Yutaro Suda, one of the best three-point shooters. seeing how well these two players try to get things going early on is going to be the key difference. And the question will indeed be, who is going to lead their team to victory? This is indeed a regular season game. While the win doesn't necessarily have a monumental effect on how these two teams are doing in the playoffs, it is always good to know where you stand against potential playoff opponents. While for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, I mean, it has been a huge turnaround, bringing in the likes of Scott Editon, Tim Suarez, Robert Franks as well, and the big man Joshua Smith, but also Bobby Ray Parks Jr. has been a key addition this season. Here's a man who did play for the Japanese national team at the Olympics. Monumental player so far. Takumi Saito and Takuma Sato, the former Chiba Jets player, the bag coming up. He was with the Jets last season, but he knows all too well how good the Golden Kings are. Baby Shaq, Joshua Smith, usually coming off the bench for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, but tonight could play more minutes depending on Coach Dennis wants to go about this game here this evening. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. has been a key shooter so far this season. Here's their starting lineup, and the key thing you've got to appreciate about the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, Takumi Saito will be a monumental key factor in the backcourt. Tim Suarez, the Brazilian international, will start inside, and he indeed will be partnered with the likes of Scott Editon. But Yutaro Suda is going to be the key three-point shooting threat for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. There are your starting lineups. Both teams, we're now moments away from tip-off. This is Japanese B.LEAGUE basketball. And there you can see the starting five. The matchups are going to see Takumi Saito match up with Ryuchi Kishimoto. But Alan Durham, for his size and strength, will match up with Tim Suarez. And Scott Editon, he will have the tough job of maintaining and keeping the likes of Jack Cooley off the offensive rebounds. Well, there are three referees for tonight's game. We're very proud that we have some of the finest officials. Coach Dennis of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins knows this is going to be a tough task, and he knows his team are going to have to play very good over 40 minutes against Dai Okatani's RYUKYU Golden Kings. Both teams sitting in both top positions here in the Western Conference, but this is a potential playoff fixture. As we mentioned, if you are new to the Japanese B.LEAGUE basketball, the RYUKYU Golden Kings, defending champions, winning last season's finals against the Chiba Jets. Well, we'd like to give some early shout-outs. So shout out to Priscilla Tangaro Taguin, currently watching from the Philippines, I believe, supporting Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Shout out to Janice Omamos. Also shout out to Jonah Rosales. Welcome everybody who are watching live here on B.LEAGUE International. We're now ready for tip. Don't go anywhere as this party is about to get started. And that's also going to be a key matchup to see how Bobby Ray Parks Jr. goes up against the likes of Keita Imamura. And the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins don't have what the RYUKYU Golden Kings have, and that is championship DNA. The tip is up, and Alan Durham will try to get things going underway. RYUKYU Golden Kings getting the first possession. Imamura penetrates down the lane, goes in with a floater. Unable to get this. While at the same time, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins failing to recover possession. So RYUKYU will get this on the baseline. Well, that's what you're going to see from Keita Imamura, just the relentless penetrations. trying to make sure they get something going. Durham inside the lane goes up, and again missing. But an offensive rebound coming for Jack Cooley. Well, Cooley, one of those players, he will go after second chances all game long. So the key thing tonight for Scott Everton, that is, trying to box him out. In that case, it's Tim Suarez. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Golden Kings still looking. Well, no foul call. Good defense by Utado Suda. Kishimoto struggling there early on. A bit of a slow start so far for both these two teams, but can NAGOYA get something here? Saito running circles around the ball screen, but an offensive foul. Scott Everton getting called for the illegal screen. So far, 56 seconds played. Neither team getting any field goals. A bit of a tumble there by Ryuchi Kishimoto, but the first foul has been called. Golden Kings patiently trying to get into an offense. A nice pick and roll play. Cooley now bullies his way in again. Can you stop this man? I felt there Scott Everton was in a good position to try and take an offensive foul. Bobby Raybox Jr. unable to connect from the mid-range. Well, Bobby Raybox just trying to get into some rhythm here early on. And, you know, it's interesting. I made this point in the pregame. Whenever you're trying to defend a championship, that is almost much more difficult than when you're trying to initially win it, of course. Golden Kings making the finals back in 2022, losing Utsunomiya Brex. And then taking care of business last year. Adera left wide open, doesn't get it. Alan Durham, a.k.a. the Hulk, a.k.a. the Morocco man, getting the offensive rebound. Adera tries another three, this time no problem from downtown. They like what the Golden Kings doing, taking the ball inside, but when the double teams come, keeping it out to the wide open three-point shooters. A good look from Tim Suarez in the three-point line. The offensive rebound falling to Takumi Saito. Now Everton will try a three. And finally, Dolphins getting it going. There's 3 points in the game here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, and a slight delay in game at the moment. And that just wakes up the crowd. RYUKYU with an early 2-point lead so far here. Remember, they have not defeated Nagoya Diamond Dolphins this season. Double team coming in the backcourt, finding Alan Durham. Now here's where they're effective. Really going for the turnaround. This is not the kind of usual shot you like to see him take. Bobby Raybox Jr., the seal-off goes in, but he misses the wide open look, and he had the mismatch against Kishimoto. Oh, we talk about size going in favor here for RYUKYU Golden Kings. Jack Cooley struggling there in the low block. Usually Jack Cooley is one of the more traditional back-down post players. In that case, he's going for a much more contested jump hooks. Finds Everton, no look down, and again throws it down. The beautiful pass coming from Bobby Raybox Jr. Locked in at 5 apiece so far with 6:31 to go here in the first quarter. Durham going for a post up. Kicks this one out. Good ball movement. Now Casey Imamori getting the switch on defense. He'll go baseline. Finds Onodera. He's made 1 3. That one rattles its way in and out. Diamond Dolphins looking for their first lead of the game. You feel like a bucket now is going to erupt this crowd into electricity. Well, Everton hesitates, made his last three, just a little too short. Durham trying to bully his way in, comes up with a loose ball. Good defense by Suarez. And that's what Cooley does best. As I mentioned, Everton's got to do a good job of keeping him off the offensive rebounds. Goes in, and what a rejection! And Jack Cooley just said, no in to casa, not in your house. Well, Everton has hit the ground. This is a worrying sign here for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. He was asking for a foul, but look at the pass here coming from Takumi Saito. Everton doing a good job of running the floor. They might be right there. It looked like there was a follow-through on the head at some points. Now the change comes in. Baby Shaq is going to match up here with Jack Cooley inside the paint. Joshua Smith, another former PBA player. Smith looking for a handoff. Finds Yutano Suda. Good shot from mid-range, and he's able to tie the game up at 7 apiece. He was the player that did cause the Golden Kings a lot of problems in the first two games when these two teams met. That's what Kishimoto likes to do, take deep three-pointers. But again, Nagoya Diamond Dolphins giving up another offensive rebound. They want to sweep RYUKYU Golden Kings. Durham fakes the pass, goes to Cooley, and again the 1-2 punch between the two bigs. The two kings. Not only kings, the two Golden Kings. Foul has been committed, so 2 free throws coming up for Baby Shaq. The foul is against Keita Imamura. A beautiful execution. Takumi Saito. I mean, look at the dime here. Imamura, no choice but to come over and commit the foul. Well, Smith currently at the free throw line, and we'd like to give some more shout-outs to our live viewers on B.LEAGUE International. So shout-out to BJ Ruffino, my guy. What's up, baby? Shout-out to Fog of War. Right around us made a YouTube. You can see his injury there if anyone is interested. Well, I'll have to take a look at that. Thank you, Fog of War. Shout-out to Gigi Milton. Go Daddy Ray, watching from Chicago. Also, shout-out to Jonah Rosales, Janice Omamos, Priscilla Tangaro Tagliam. To all of our viewers currently live on B.LEAGUE International. Smith makes the second free throw, tying the game up at 9 apiece. It's now Vic Law, who has struggled with injuries so far this season. Checking into the game for the first time here this evening, along with Alex Cook, the former Alvok Tokyo player. Imamura wants to get it going for the three-point line. Struggling with his first two. The rebound has been secured. Higashi also checking in at the moment here for Nagoya. Smith now trying to bully his way in. Get a good defense, but it came from the double team of KT Mamora. Well, Durham trying to go over the penetration again. The Hulk, Morocco man, Alan Durham, former PBA player. That's the one thing about Morocco man. He is quite agile. Smith setting a hard screen, but the ball's been thrown away by Higashi. Now it's a 3-on-1. Will's able to come up with it, and now it's a 2-possession lead to the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Taking advantage of the 3-on-1 off the turnover. Saito going for deep three, and that's not a good offense by Nagoya. It's never a good offense when the ball stays in your hand, and I think he knew he was getting subbed out, but the Dolphins would have to be a little bit better than that. Tatsuya Ito checking into the game. He'll play in the backcourt for Nagoya. Also coming in now, Yoshiyuki Matsuaki for the RYUKYU Golden Kings, who's a part of their championship team last season. Well, Matsuaki coming off one ball screen. Finds Kishimoto, goes for a quick three. The Golden Kings unable to get the three-point shooting going. Suarez runs the break with good help side defense, good recovery defense by Alan Durham. No foul called. So possession will go back to Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Two good plays we've seen so far from the bigs of Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, running the transition down the middle. And that's what's made them a good team this year. A championship contender. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Suarez tries another three, unable to get it. Baby Shaq offensive rebound, not getting himself. He's got to finish. Man, third time not lucky. Golden Kings still struggling to maintain the ball, but it just won't go in. And finally, a foul has been called. Well, you thought that Alex Kirk had done a great job defensively. And now I think Jack Cooley, no, not Jack Cooley. So that was the first one. There's the second one. Third one, still no good. Kirk's got it. I don't think there's a saying that fourth time lucky, but he didn't make it, but he's going to the charity stripe, and the foul is against Alan Durham. Cooley coming back in. He's going to try to match up here against Joshua Smith. For the traveling RYUKYU Golden Kings fans making the journey from the beautiful island of Okinawa. This RYUKYU Golden Kings, do play in Okinawa-shi, the town located in Okinawa. Nagoya putting on a bit of full court pressure. Currently trailing by 3 points. With Law trying to go down the middle. Law goes in, hangs in the air. Now, what? Missed a layup. He's got to make that one. The former Chiba Jets player able to connect. Golden Kings looking to cut this down to a 1-point ball game. Maybe tied up with a three-pointer. Again, good isolation play by Tim Suarez. A good defense coming from Jack Cooley. Scott Evanston coming back into the game at the moment. It's only 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Defending champions yet to win against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins this season. Well, Coach Dennis has done a phenomenal job of turning Nagoya Diamond Dolphins into a championship contender. Near the end of the bucket, gets a seal off, and he misses another one. Oh, RYUKYU Golden Kings could potentially be winning by 10 points, but Cooley with the steal, good hands. Spinning, going in. Doesn't get it, misses another layup. Only wanted the foul there. Wasn't going to get the call. A bit of a sloppy passage of play from both these two teams. Nagoya looking to go for another three. Just not been good basketball in the last few minutes. Kumasato saying he got fouled, but they need to be a little bit more patient in their offense. Utado Suda coming back into the moment here for Nagoya. Well, suffocated defense. Edmonton comes up. He's going to finish this one with a two-handed jam. And it all starts with the defense, forcing turnovers. Turning those turnovers into fast break points. Good heavily defended. He's going to turn over again. What is going on with the RYUKYU Golden Kings? Well, no Kishimoto into the game. No point guard. 40.3 seconds left, and all of a sudden, it is a 4-0 run coming from the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And Dai Okatani's got a cool timeout. Jack Cooley missing back-to-back layups. More turnovers. Here's the first one. Great defense. The double team coming from Scott Edmonton. But in the last one, look at Yutaro Suda, or Nakahigashi, excuse me, putting Vic Law under pressure. The finish was made. In the end, the easy layup tucked away beautifully by Takumi Saito. Well, timeout's going to be called. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Well, again, we'd like to give the shout-outs to our live international B.LEAGUE fans all over the world. So shout-out to Joy Balbarino, currently watching from Kuwait. Shout-out to my guy, BJ Rufino. As well as shout-out to Jams, everybody, of course, tuning in to watch Bobby Ray Parks Jr. So if you are watching this game live, please hit that like button. And also, let us know where in the world you're watching and which team are you supporting. Are you supporting RYUKYU Golden Kings, the B.LEAGUE defending champions, or are you supporting the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins? And the problem right now here for the Golden Kings, it's been turnover after turnover at the moment. They cannot take care of the basketball. Now, Hayate Arakawa coming into the game at the moment. 1 point lead to Nagoya. 1 second difference between game and shot clock. Trying to go for the final possession. Saito coming off a high screen here with Everton. Penetrates. Way strong off the backboard. Can't get it. Smith diving on the floor. A foul's going to be called. Yep. So Joshua Smith tried to dive on the floor and in the end completely annihilated Matsuwaki. Watch here. Great job by Vic Law. Bulldozing. It's like a bowling ball on a pinball right there. No denying whatsoever. Joshua Smith is a very strong basketball player. Well, checking into the game, Japanese national team player Taketsu Hanamoto. 4.4 for Vic Law. He's got to get something quick. Another turnover. They won't get it off in time. It won't count. But at the end of the first quarter, it's been a low-scoring first quarter, but defensively, the last few minutes, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, they are causing all sorts of problems at the moment for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Well, it is the end of the first quarter, so we will be back in just under 2 minutes. This is B.LEAGUE basketball as we're heading closer and closer to the playoffs.
B.LEAGUE ご支援いただいております。以上、クラブオフィシャルパートナーの紹介でした。
Well, welcome back. Second quarter about to get underway. Currently 1-point lead to Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Remember, this is the third and final meeting in the regular season between these two teams. Nagoya has won both two games so far. They used to say whether or not they meet in the playoffs. We will find out next month. You see the smothered defense by Matsuaki, not letting Suda have any time and space. Haramoto, little offensive rebound here for Nagoya. Suda quick catch and shoot, slightly off balance. Victor secures the rebound. He's trying to build some momentum. It's been too many costly turnovers and a lot of missed layup attempts for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. As we said, the mental challenge of trying to defend your championship is always a tough key here in the B-League. Shimoto, Hail Mary three-pointer. And you know, those are the shots that the Golden Kings are going to go for. The Golden Diamond Dolphins, they'll be happy with that. Well, shout out to Isaiah Kaizen and Maria Rosita Andres, too, who are currently watching live on B.LEAGUE International. So welcome to all of our Filipino brothers and sisters. Double team coming. Nakigashi finding Takumi Saito. And it's now from 18 feet, puts his one up, extending Nagoya's lead to 3 points. Well, they're looking more and more confident every possession. Kings again trying to reassert themselves, settle into an offense. Somehow taking way too long to get into the sets. Haramoto defending Vic Law, and that's a better move. He's got to dominate. That's going to be a mismatch with Vic Law. Trying to attack the paints. Well, no foul calls. Oh, what a pass in the corner. Quick three. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me? Suda with the three-pointer, but what a receive by Tanketsu Haramoto. Well, I've got to see the replay of that one. Look at this. On the ground, it's Nakihigashi finding Suda. Splashing from downtown, baby. Well, that's what's made this team so good, and I think the referees at the moment may just want to check if this was a three-pointer or not. Did Utada Suda have his foot on the line? That's what they're going to look for. Well, we're going to find out what the officials are going to make of this one, but I'm just impressed now. Maybe they're not looking at this. Are they reviewing a potential unsportsmanlike foul? That's what they're going to look at. Yeah, my apologies. So we'll find out what the upgrade may or may not be. Well, the upgrade has been made, an unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 free throws coming up for Uchi Kishimoto, and the Golden Kings will retain possession. No arguments from Scott Dennis. He understands that's a good call. But Utada Suda's got to be a lot more intelligent than that, because now what you've done here by committing the unsportsmanlike, you're more or less you've invited the Golden Kings a chance to tie the game up here. 7:56 left in the second quarter. Well, Kishimoto is still currently in the prime of his career, 33 years of age. In the first free throws, the Golden King fans currently watching on in anxiety. Makes it 2 for 2. They will get this back on the sideline. It looks like Nagoya Diamond Dolphins settling into a 3-2 zone. With Takumi Saito, Yutaro Suda at the front. Hail Mary 3. And that's why you don't commit an unsportsmanlike foul. 5-0 run led by RYUKYU Kishimoto. So now Nagoya Diamond Dolphins trying to get back in this. Quick 3 jump from Suda off the catch. This guy is Reggie Miller in the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins jersey. Just how quickly he runs off a screen, but also how quickly Suda gets a shot off. Well, both teams go right back and forth at each other. Hanakawa responding, 1-point lead to the Golden Kings. Foul's going to be committed. Nakahigashi drawing the contact against RYUKYU Kishimoto. And indeed, it's going to be the first foul against Kishimoto. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. coming into the game, returning. Did start the game early in this first quarter. Did indeed have the one nice dime, finding Scott Etherton for the two-handed dunk. Etherton heavily defended by Alan Durham. Suda now gets knocked over. What a silly foul by Shota Onodera. Well, they're trying to chase him. They don't want him to get a shot up, but you can't just be committing fouls like this. He's done a great job of getting around the screen, but why reach in like that? Made a few threes, and again, this guy getting the and one, and it's potentially gonna be a 4-point play. Yutaro Suda, he is on fire at the moment, and that's why Shota Onodera is trying to chase him. But again, look at the speed, the handoff, gets his feet set, off balance. Salamat Belang. Well, no, excuse me. Arigato gozaimasu. Yutaro Suda. He's looking like S.J. Belangel at the moment. The home crowd, they love what he's delivering. Well, Onodera may have injured himself in the process of trying to defend Yutaro Suda, but again, we'll give some more shout-outs to our live YouTube viewers. So shout-out to Jonah Rosales, Isaiah Kaiser, Maria Rosita Andres, and Joy Balbarino. Well, I want to know from you fans currently watching live, is Yutaro Suda one of the best three-point shooters in Asian basketball? We know he's on fire in the B-League, but I'm looking to the BCL Asia. Yutaro Suda may as well just be cooking anywhere he goes. And who knows, could he potentially play this summer for Japan's national team at the Olympics? Well, the 4-point play has been converted. Yutaro Suda continuing to be a nightmare at the moment here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. 3-point lead to the Diamond Dolphins. Kishimoto tries to go over the floater. That's a nice play by Rushi Kishimoto. That's what he does best, the lightning speed. So quickly off the ball screens. A nice penetration and a tough finish. Mike Tatsuya Ito. Outside defense a little too slow by Keita Imamura. Still a 3-point ball game. Imamura, heavy three, and we're all locked in. Now the second quarter coming to life much better. Then was only 14-13 at the end of the first period of play. That's good movement from both these players. Haramoto pump fakes. He'll try to step through. He'll try a three. But Bobby Raypox Jr. getting the offensive rebound. Ito's been on fire. And this guy simply refusing to miss. 15 points coming from this man, Yutaro Suda. He is unconscious at the moment. Well, you may need to call the fire department because Yutaro Suda, he is simply cooking anywhere and everywhere on the floor. Big Blue unable to make the mid-range. And here comes Nagoya. Well, a costly turnover coming from Scott Etherton. Just when they were about to build some more momentum. Well, Morris, I gotta agree with you. It is nasty what Yutaro Suda is doing. He is simply unconscious. Anytime you got a player who knows how to run off the ball, lose his defender, get his feet set, elevate, and shoot that quickly, you've only got to go, wow. Enjoy your popcorn, but also let's embrace what Yutaro Suda is doing in this game. Well, nice play by Jack Cooley. Foul's going to be called on the ground, so no and one. And Tim Suarez struggling to defend the brute strength of Jack Cooley. Well, a timeout is going to be called. These two teams want to talk it over. And I don't think there's anybody better in the Japanese B-League than Jack Cooley. Of course, a former FIBA Europe Cup champion. When he played for Dinamo Sasser, he also played for John Patrick, who's currently the head coach of the Chiba Jets when Jack Cooley played in Germany. But we'll be back in just under 1 minute. Timeout called by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Well, welcome back. 4:58 to go. Memorial being heavily defended by Bobby Raypox Jr. Good defense. Big rebound by Takuma Sato, the former Chiba Jets player. And remember, Takuma Sato and Vic Law, they were teammates last season. Good penetrates. He was on bit on fire, and this time just slowly cooling down the moments. Maybe one too many passes in that offense by Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Maybe a foul against Jack Cooley for a hug from behind, I believe. Let's have a look at the replay. Here was a turnover by Imamura as well. Should have been a kickball violation in my mind. Well, Nagoya looking to extend their lead. Suda penetrates, goes all the way. Well, they thought he was a three-point threat. This time, penetrates down the key. 17 points for Utano Suda. Well, you can see he's put a lot of fear into the RYUKYU Golden Kings defense. Now they need to adjust. Double T coming over. Well, they leave Imamura wide open. Here is up. Still can't get it. The foul is going to be called against Naka Higashi. No, it's against Takuma Sato, excuse me. Well, that's a good call because it was a clear push in the back from Takuma Sato. Change coming in as Minato Kikuchi comes in for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Imamura is going to draw the... No foul called. Well, no fouls called, but they're going to say it came off of Joshua Smith. Let's have a look at the replay. Imamura gets a handoff. I don't know. Coach Dennis is called for the coach's challenge. So I think they are going to review this. So the challenge has been called. Now, slow motion here. Nah, that's going to come off of Imamura, surely. Yeah, I mean, Joshua Smith makes no contact with that. I mean, if anything, he could call a foul there, but that's definitely made no contact with Joshua Smith going out of bounds. Well, a successful head coach challenge. Nagoya will get it back, lead by 5 points. 3:34 to go here in the first half. Diamond Dolphins, they've been cooking. Again, a mid-range, beautifully tucked away by Tetsuya Ito. And that's just a little too easy at the moment. Golden Kings not playing like a team defending their B.LEAGUE championship. Big Wolf getting ready to come back into the game. Durham hesitates, goes in, misses the layup. Good help side defense by Joshua Smith. Trying to come off the screen. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. 3 is up. One eye, no good. Didn't quite get his feet under that one. Still Nagoya lead by 7. Doesn't wait for the screen for Cooley, but he kicks this one out. They need this 3. Nothing's dropping at the moment. And now quickly, Nagoya trying to push. Bobby Ray Parks goes in, finishing under intense pressure. And Dio Katani's got a cool timeout because his team trailed by 9 points. It's all Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. 2:23 to go here in the first half. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. going coast to coast. Well, you have to give the Golden Kings a lot of credit because, last season going into the finals against the Chiba Jets, they were not the favorites, and they swept the Jets. But right now, Daikatani's players, even though they are the best team in the West, 4th best record in the B-League, they kind of need to get ready because the postseason is upon us. Trying to go down low to Cooley. Gets caught a double team. Trying to muscle his way in. He struggles, get his own rebound. That's much better by Jack Cooley. Golden Kings have to take advantage. They've got some of the best post players in the B-League this season. Jack Cooley, Alan Durham, not to mention Alex Kirk. Saito penetrates way too quick. In and around the defense, looking like supersonic at the moment. 95 seconds. Sugoi. Nanji Deska. Well, right now it is Nagoya Diamond Dolphins time. Lead this one by 9 points. Momora tries to split the defense. It's a BEA beautiful play coming from KT Momora. Composed, relaxed. That's what the Golden Kings need at the moment. Another 3 by Diamond Dolphins. Now they extend it to a 10-point ball game. Tanketsu Haramoto. Well, he was a key player for Julio Lamas when they had the build-up to the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. More penetrates, goes in, can't finish. Complicated defense. Now, Nagoya goes quickly. They could go 2 for 1. Saito penetrates. Trying to find Everton. It's a costly turnover and a very poor shot. RYUKYU Golden Kings trying to chip into single digits before going into the halftime break. 10 seconds difference between game and shot clock here at the moment. Looking to the ISO mode. Cooley kicks this one out, finds Matsuwaki. Big time three-pointer, cutting it down to 7 points. And I think a foul is going to be called here against KT Momora. So that's a poor one because now free throws will be coming up. Well, the foul is on Jack Cooley, actually, not on KT Momora. And that's going to be the second personal foul against Cooley. And the reason it's such a poor foul because now you send Nagoya to the free throw line. So Tanketsu Haramoto will have 2 free throws. No, it's actually Minato Kikuchi, excuse me. Kikuchi coming off the bench here in the second quarter. Relatively quiet player, but nonetheless, intangibly a glue player for the Dolphins. Makes the first free throw.
One more shot.
Well, missed the second one. Durham trying to push this. Finds Imamura. Time wanted down. Imamura kicks out. Kishimoto off the dribble. It was on target, but it was no good in the end. Well, basketball fans tuning in live on B.LEAGUE International. It is halftime. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins and the RYUKYU Golden Kings meet for a third and final time here in the regular season. The Diamond Dolphins winning the previous two meetings. But it's halftime. We'll take a 20-minute break. So go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long, as the B.LEAGUE action will return for the second half momentarily.
それではここで本日マッチデープログラムから皆様にご応募していただきました名古屋ウミャオの当選者発表です。亀谷義弘様のロゴ入り焼きだんじりが当選された10名様に LINE にて通知をお送りいたしますのでご確認ください。当選された方は退館までに1回コンシェルジュへお越しください。ここで名古屋ウミャオの当選者発表です。亀谷義弘様のロゴ入り焼きだんじりが当選された10名様に LINE にて通知をお送りしますのでご確認ください。当選された方は退館までに1回コンシェルジュへお越しください。
三菱電機ある車椅子バスケットボール選手がいました。視力の低い人がメガネを使うように自分は車椅子を使っている。だから自分にとって車椅子バスケットボールは普通のスポーツなのだと。人の数だけ普通である。それぞれの普通を受け入れることからみんなが共に生きる未来がきっと始まる。三菱電機はこれからもダイバーシティと共生社会の実現を目指し続けます。
じゃあもう優秀だった。バスケも勉強も相当頑張ってます。
これより B リーグパートナーズクラブオフィシャルパートナーをご紹介します。 B リーグトップパートナーズソフトバンク、 B リーグパートナーズ富士通、日本郵便、 G ショック、日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズ、朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、 E バイジャパン、ヤフー、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、 B リーグサプライナーズ、モルテン、アダストリア、 B リーグエンターテインメントパートナー、ソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー、ライン、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナー、スポーツくじウィナー、クラブオフィシャルパートナー、トップパートナー、三菱電機、キューネル、新月会浄土院、スズラン鍼灸接骨院、中京テレビ放送、ダイヤモンドパートナー、アクトホールディングス、スポーツレポ、岩谷東海、リノベーションの名古屋でリノキューブ、栗田商会、白田ゴミキ、タマディック、東京エレクトロンデバイス、マシロホールディングス、プラチナパートナー、アビーノ、アモス、イオンモール名古屋堂の前、伊藤部長、井戸田整形外科、ファイナスト、エスカ地下街、大林組、田島建設、強行コーポレーション、桜アルカス、清水建設、ガス工事の正直屋、食分、中京陸運、鉄コーポレーション、日照エステル、服部工務店、B クロック、完熟トマトのトマロッソ、小坂工業所、メイコン、療養エレクトロ、リンク、三菱
welcome back, B.LEAGUE International fans. Currently, it's RYUKYU Golden Kings, defending champions of the Japanese B.LEAGUE, trailing by 8 points here against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And here are some of the key moments of the first half. Well, defense has been the key pedigree so far for the Diamond Dolphins. I mean, they have been causing all sorts of problems. The no-look dive coming from Bobby Ray Parks Jr., finding Scott Everton. Well, so far it's just been a phenomenal game, but Golden Kings taking their time to get into this one. Maybe they can turn this around here in the second half. Well, I think the Golden Kings, they just haven't been able to turn this one around. But there's still 20 minutes of basketball to be played. Well, if you are Golden Kings, one thing you've got to do is stop turning the ball over in the half court, or even the full court for that matter. Because Diamond Dolphins, they will suffocate you. They'll make it very hard for you to get the ball even into your half-court sets. For players such as Takumi Saito, Satsuya Ito, and even the bigs, Suarez, Everton. A lot of players coming into the lineup here, but look at this dive coming from Nakahigashi, finding Yutaro Suda. There's a three-quarter, the 5-0 run that was made by Uchu Kishimoto. The Golden Kings have got to get into a rhythm. They've got to play patient basketball. Things haven't worked out, but you know, one thing they've got to do is try to defend Yutaro Suda. He is on fire. 17 points, leading the way so far in this game. As we said, maintaining this pressure going forward into the second half. Well, there are the stats from the first half so far. 8-point lead to Diamond Dolphins. Both teams shooting relatively well after 15 attempts from the perimeter. 40% so far for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. They're leading the rebounds, but turnovers needs to change here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. As mentioned, if they want to get back in this, they must take care of the basketball. And, you know, of course, one thing you've got to do in this game, you've got to take advantage in areas where you are strongest. And where they have the size advantage, that's something they're going to have to really make sure they make the most of in this game. Yutaro Suda leading all scorers at 17. 8 points to Jack Cooley. 2 points and 5 rebounds away from a potential double-double. While Joshua Smith does have 8 rebounds. Points production haven't been the highest so far from him, but as mentioned, they lead by 8. And they're being led by Yutaro Suda. Well, there was a head-to-head. Kishimoto, 7 points, made 1 3-pointer. He's only 1 for 5, while Suda, impressive, 4 for 6. So far, making 4 out of the 6 3-pointers in total made by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Two players currently with a little bit of not too much foul trouble to be concerned with. Jack Cooley, Shota Onodera, 2 fouls each, so not to worry about, but to make sure they don't get into foul trouble early on here in the second half. Well, we are indeed about to get things back underway here. As it stands, the home team, this is the top of the table, the Western Conference clash. Golden Kings, like the Diamond Dolphins, will be heading into the playoffs. So we'll be the visitors who have the very first play. Get things going early on. Trying to go, and it's going to get a foul on the ground here against Utada Suda. That's what it's got to be. Try and get Utada Suda, against Jack Cooley. Those seal-offs. Try and get Diamond Dolphins into foul trouble early. Going for the post up, dominant move. Now it takes his tally up to 10 points, 5 rebounds as well for the game so far for the 33-year-old, the former FIBA Europe Cup champion. Possession by possession is going to be the play here so far, and again, a costly turnover, but they call a foul. Kishimoto's going to get called for the foul. So a baseline ball coming up for the Diamond Dolphins. Heavy defense coming up by Imamura. It's going to count. It's going to be an and one. What? I think we're going to call an offensive foul against Bobby Ray Box Jr. In the end, Ray going down the middle. Now watch the replay here. Now was there contact there? Was an elbow thrown to the face? I don't know. It's on Jack Cooley. Third foul against Cooley. So it looks like Diokatani may make a quick change. Now they're going to go with a smaller lineup. Vic Law will come in and play power forward. And Jack Cooley insisted that was not a foul on him. Ray unable to commit the three-point play, but again, the follow-up no good by Scott Editon. Kishimoto gets rid of it. And the Golden Kings capitalize, trailing still by 8 points. Down low to Durham. Durham going for the post-up. Size and strength, but just can't finish. And the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, unlike San Antonio Phoenix, they have a better post matchup. Because you got to remember, the post matchup is key against the Golden Kings. Haramoto goes in, he misses. Both teams going through a bit of a balanced spell at the moment. Foul is going to be called. Well, we'd like to give some shout outs to our fans watching live on the YouTube channel. So shout out to my guy watching from Doha, Qatar, Nicholas Maglagits, Magandananao Kaibigan. Shout out to Mayo Nell and Maria Cristina Arcan. Finally, the defending champions, RYUKYU Golden Kings, being challenged here by the hungry, determined Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Durham trying to bully his way in again, taking Bobby Ray Fox Jr. to school. That is a mismatch on a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday. field goal for the Hulk. The nickname he picked up when he did play in the PBA. See a quick shot again under intense pressure. Yutaro Suda, 19 points. Still leading the way, 4 3-pointers tonight for Suda. And that one was from within inside the rainbow. 8 points separates these two teams. Onodera left wide open. See the three-pointer. Rebound secured by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Driving violation. Costly turnover by Takumi Saito. Saito just a little bit out of control. Kings looking to break down the pressure. Nomura penetrates, kicks out, finds Vic Law. Law down the middle, goes in, a wraparound layup. Look how quickly they're going to get the ball up the floor. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to remain Nagoya possession. Don Okatani, he's incensed now. Okatani's on the floor. Don Okatani came on the court. Overturned the decision, but Don Okatani looked like he ran on the floor. I'm pretty sure coaches are not allowed to do that. Well, the decision has been overturned. Kishimoto goes in, second teardrop, cutting it down now to a 4-point ball game. 9 points for Ryuchi Kishimoto-san. And another turnover, and at the moment you can see the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins choking under intense pressure from the RYUKYU Golden Kings. 6:32 to go here in the game. Great effort by Shota Onodera. Onodera penetrates, can't get it. Loose ball falling in the hands of Bobby Ray Parks Jr., almost throwing it away. Saito's able to cover. Saito try to kick out the Nakahigashi. The game's getting quite physical between these two teams. Only 4 points separates the Golden Kings and the Diamond Dolphins. Saito went off the back screen. The sound just came off the Golden Kings. Nomura looks incensed at the moment. So it will indeed be a baseline possession for the Diamond Dolphins. 15 on the shot. Oh, that's been overturned. Yeah, it's been overturned, so Golden Kings will get it back. Goes for a quick three. He can pop it. Can't get it. Good box out by Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Patient play now from the Diamond Dolphins. Everton trying to post up. Nowhere to go. Turn around. Get something. Got it. Nothing. That was a circus shot by Scott Everton. 11 points tonight for the big man. Keep the Diamond Dolphins ahead by 6 points. Don't know where to go. Kishimoto down low finds Vic Law on a wide open one-handed jam. Well, Nagoya's defense just fell asleep on that play. he was able to take advantage. He's been on fire again. He remains on fire. 5 3-pointers by Yutaro Suda. Well, he is probably the best in the Japanese B-League and probably one of the best in Asia for that matter. Running off ball screens, losing his defenders, and getting open for a 3-point shot. Imamura trying the 3. This one won't go. The Kings haven't quite found their rhythm from the perimeter this evening. Edison draws a foul against Allen Durham. That's going to be the 13th foul against the RYUKYU Golden Kings. There's another look at the 3-point again. Hand his face under pressure. It's just how quickly he gets set. It is impressive. Young players watching. If you're a 3-point shooter, you have to watch and idolize, excuse me. You have to idolize how Yutaro Suda. It's all the art and technique. Running off screens, getting your feet set, and the high elevation when he shoots. Nakigashi's got to force up a 3, can't get it. Imamura trying to go quickly. Goes all the way, doesn't finish, and a foul's been called. So 2 free throws going up for Keita Imamura. This is how he's got to play. Go quickly, push the tempo. Draw the fouls here against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Well, that indeed is going to be the 3rd foul against Yutaro Suda. Well, we'd like to give some shout-outs, of course. Shout-out to Kenneth Rajuso. Shout-out to Liam, as well as Roman Reigns. My guy Nicholas Maglangi is currently watching in Doha, Qatar. Welcome to all of our B-League international fans. Imamura carrying the free throw line here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings.
Now number change, number 34, Joshua Smith.
6-point ball game. Just over 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Suda being chased on defense. Nowhere to go. Finding Smith. Good hands by Kishimoto. Now they have numbers. Finds Onodera. Good rejection. Well, Suarez making the effort to get back on defense. In the lane, teardrop is up, and Diamond Dolphins, they are giving punishments at the moment here to the Golden Kings. Staying ahead by a slender 8 points. Onodera misses last 2, again he missed another one. Gets his own rebound. Moore tries to penetrate, goes in. Good hands by Smith with the block. And now Diamond Dolphins looking to extend their lead to double digits. In the lane, goes in, finishes. Oh, he missed the wide open layup, but Suarez with the follow-up, and that's going to be a goaltending violation. Oh, Golden Kings, it's all a scramble on offense and defense. Diamond Dolphins, they are dominating at the moment, and a timeout's going to be called by Dio Gatani. Nobody following up for the rebound. Well, there's the foul trouble at the moment. Only Jack Cooley has 3 fouls currently for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. It's only the regular season as we do draw closer to an end. You know, RYUKYU Golden Kings, they've never defeated the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins this season. Even though they say it only matters in the playoffs when the championship's up for grabs. You know, if the odds are meet again in the playoffs, RYUKYU Golden Kings don't want it to be a scenario where if they do meet Nagoya, knowing they haven't beat them already this year. Big Law trying to come up one screen, pulls up for 15. Too short of this one. Suarez does enough to prevent Alex Kirk with a follow-up. No need to rush anything here for Nagoya. Get a good offense. Nakigashi isolates, goes off the backboard. Can't connect with this one. Matsuwaki trying to go baseline. Nowhere to go here. Better passing now. Kirk's got to finish, but he misses a layup, but he is fouled. So 2 free throws coming up for Alex Kirk. The foul's on Joshua Smith, Baby Shack. That's better passing by the Golden Kings. Full screen, dump down, one dish off. This is the second string 5 of players. Kirk makes the second free throw, 9-point ball game. Nagoya in total control of this one at the moment. Suarez got to break down the 8-second violation. Does just that. Remember, RYUKYU do have 1 foul to give. Suarez finds Smith, goes in, bullies his way, and he draws a foul. Now, big man Joshua Smith will go to the free throw line. That's a great play by Tim Suarez. Well, Alex Kirk arguing his case at the moment. He didn't feel that was a foul on him, but I thought that was the right call. With the local Okinawa natives making the journey up north here to Nagoya. Has been made by Smith. And like Alex Kirk, he misses one. Still a 10-point ball game. Over 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Law tries to go for the fadeaway. He has struggled in this game. It's been a tough return from injury for Vic Law. Suarez goes quick for another foul's going to be called. It's going to be an offensive foul against Joshua Smith, I believe. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, that's a great play by Vic Law. Standing his ground. And that's the right call in my mind. Third foul against Joshua Smith. As now Scott Etherton comes back into the lineup. Just over 1 minute here in the third quarter. Looking for a post-up, getting a handoff. Better passing, get a wide-open three from Matsuwaki. Get it, Etherton with a rebound. Golden Kings three-point shooting has let them down so far today. Uchi's in the backcourt along with Tetsuito. Time's winding down. Edison from 19 sinks it right in the face of Alex Kirk. And it's all Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. It's a 12-point ball game. Biggest lead of the game so far for Nagoya. As now Kirk looks for a post-up. Moore goes for a tough fadeaway. Follow up there, but nobody boxing out on the weak side. Great job by Hayate Arakawa. Final seconds. She's got time here. Nowhere to go. They got to go quickly. They went for a Hail Mary. That was a very poor shot. But at the end of the third quarter, it is indeed Nagoya Diamond Dolphins who still lead by 10 points. Well, before we go to the 90-second break, we'd like to give a shout out to John Andre Duasso, Sid Gars, currently watching from Vancouver, BC, and Kevin S., currently watching from California. So welcome, everybody. We will be back in just under 1 minute. Possession of the fourth quarter going to the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, just missing slenderly there at the moment. But an 8-second violation. What is going on? I think the RYUKYU Gold, they are looking so mortal at the moment. Do you think this is a team that's defending a B.LEAGUE championship? And Nagoya will get it back. As I said before, it is very tough to defend a championship here in the B.LEAGUE. Well, welcome to everybody watching live on the YouTube channel here at B.LEAGUE International. If you are watching, let us know where you're watching, which team you're supporting, so we can give you a shout out. Goes out of bounds. That's going to be a 24-second violation. So let us know where you're watching, your name, which team you're supporting. This is B.LEAGUE International. Diakatani currently keeping his starters on the bench, giving the second five a little bit of a run here at the moment. Three coming up, still no good. Goes out of bounds, and Golden Kings will get this one back. Alex Kirk, the former Alvak Tokyo player, battling for offensive rebounds. So far, it's been a struggle. Hayate Arakawa currently on the floor along with Hayato Falcon. Again, Vic Law missing the layup. It's just been a tough day so far here for Vic Law. NAGOYA take advantage, leading by 10 points. There's a kick out. Kumasato, big time three-pointer. The former Chiba Jets player nailing it from downtown. That was a huge three-pointer. Well, that takes it to a 13-point ball game. Biggest lead of the game so far for NAGOYA. Saito trying to come up with a steal. 7 left here on the shot clock. You can really see at the moment the defending champions from Okinawa struggling as now Richie Kishimoto is going to come back in the game. The local starters are coming back in for the Golden Kings. Alan Durham, a.k.a. the Hulk, a.k.a. the Morocco Man. Along with Bobby Ray Parks Jr., Lava Filipinas, Puso time. Turk coming off the screen, another turnover here. Now's the time for NAGOYA to try and capitalize, but a foul is going to be called against Matsuaki. Well, we'd like to give some shout-outs, of course, so shout-out to the likes of Sotero Constantino, currently watching from Taguig City. Shout out to Dylan Query, currently watching from Arizona, currently rooting for the Golden Kings. So shout out to Dominic Chester, originally from California, but residing in Las Vegas, and again a major three-pointer. Well, it's been all NAGOYA Diamond Dolphins, 16-point ball game. And the question is, has Diakatani left his key players out for too long? Timeout to this team. Because the Diamond Dolphins, they are dominating on both ends of the floor. Well, again, another shout out to Santeno Constantino, Go Ray Parks Jr., Dominic Chester, currently watching from Las Vegas, and Jonathan Della Rosa, I'm watching from North Korea. Dude, Jonathan, don't quit your day job, bro. Just watch the basketball game. Comedy, just not your thing, Jonathan Della Rosa. Well, welcome to Travis Hall, currently watching from Kansas, and CJ. Am I going to broadcast the Olympics? No, I'm not. I'm going to actually be covering the FIBA Olympic qualifiers in Valencia. We all know that Gilas Filipinas will be playing in Latvia. 4 teams looking to qualify for the Basketball Olympics this summer. And shout out to our good friend Mr. Donald, watching from Abu Dhabi. Oh, no, they almost got another steal, but it's going to be possession. Actually, no, it's going to be a 24-second violation, I believe. Golden Kings. Do they look like a team that's won a B.LEAGUE championship? 40 victories. They have the 4th best record in the Japanese B.LEAGUE, but they are struggling immensely. Well, Dominic Chester, yes, this league goes all year round. Starts in September. Only 4 games left. Every team in the B.LEAGUE, so they will indeed be heading into the playoffs next few weeks. Smith gets a follow-up. Edmonton gets a loose ball. Under 7 minutes. Trying to go for a teardrop, and that is simply Magandangabi. Good night. What a play. Well, Takumi Saito, he has been phenomenal in this game. Dominating on both ends of the floor. Coming for Kishimoto, he's able to sink that one, cutting it down to a 15-point ball game. 12 points, 9 for RYUKYU Kishimoto. Bobby Ray Fox Jr. He's going to be pulled on the ground. It's going to be the second team foul of the fourth quarter here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. The third personal foul against RYUKYU Kishimoto. Moving up in the mid-range. And now can't get it. Well, CJ currently watching from the Netherlands. So are you Dutch? Where in the Netherlands are you watching, brother? That's going to be committed by Scott Everton. So 2 free throws coming up here for Alan Durham. Shout out to Albert Martin, currently watching from New Zealand. Oh, he's back in the TV. Albert Martin saying, Kababayam Ray Parks Jr. Of course, Alan Durham, the former PBA player, got the nickname the Hulk when he played in the PBA. Definitely a fan favorite wherever he goes. Well, he actually played NCAA Division III basketball at Grace Bible, graduating in 2011. Started his pro career in Romania, played in Israel, France. Started in the B.LEAGUE with the Barako Bull Energy. Only 6 points tonight from Alan Durham. Nagoya still leading by 13. Team looking for a handoff. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Well, good defense, no foul called. Durham's gonna have a breakaway, goes in, throws it down with 2 hands. The Hulk elevating. Smith responding, and look how quickly it's gonna be an and-1. Well, potential 3-point play coming from Joshua Smith. Well, those are 2 former PBA players getting it done on both ends of the floor. First came Alan Durham, a.k.a. the Hulk, and then quickly down the other end came Baby Shaq, Joshua Smith. Of course, all the Filipino basketball fans watching know Joshua Smith originally comes from Seattle, Washington, played UCLA and Georgetown. Played in 2017 for TNT Tropangida, and then again in 2018. Extending Nagoya's lead back to 14. Well, the Morocco man needs to come up big here. Halfway left here in the fourth quarter, down by 14. Kishimoto hesitates. Shot to Onagera. Go for a tough little Kishimoto. And Onagera probably should have shot that one. Another foul's going to be called. It's the final team foul for the RYUKYU Golden Kings to give away. If Golden Kings lose tonight, they'll still stay top of the Western Conference, but they would have been swept in the regular season by Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And that's going to be the 4th foul against Jack Cooley. Well, shout out to Mark Navarra. CJ currently watching from Rotterdam. I was in Rotterdam this summer. I was working at the European Para Championships wheelchair basketball. Rotterdam, a beautiful city in the Netherlands. And no doubt, CJ, you must be a big Feyenoord fan. Well, Jonathan De La Rosa told us that he was watching in North Korea. That wasn't funny. And now he's trying to give expertise advice. The centers look so out of shape. No, that's not true, bro. Like I say, don't quit your day job. Foul is going to be called. This one's going to be called against Tatsuya Ito. Fouling Alan Durham. Well, a timeout's going to be called. RYUKYU Golden Kings, they want to talk this over. They currently trail. They do not want to get swept in the regular season by Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Now there, look, there is the standings in the Western Conference. RYUKYU will stay top of the West. But if they meet in the playoffs, a mental advantage Nagoya will have, as they know that they can beat RYUKYU Golden Kings. Well, there your scoring leaders. Only 2 players in double digits at the moment here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Well, it's just been a tough game for them, to say the least. Jack Cooley, of course, leading the way. The consistency's got to be the issue so far. Golden Kings, defending champions, only the 4th best record in the B-League this year. Durham kicks out. Onadera struggles, and again, he just can't get a three-pointer. Cooley with a follow-up. Remember, he's got 4 fouls. Now we're under 4.5. 12 points tonight here for Jack Cooley. Only 1 of 2 players for the Golden Kings to be in double digits. Headed to pump fakes. Tries to attack in the lane. Simply unstoppable. Sliding in around the defenders. 15 points now for Scott Everton. Shimoto, the Hail Mary three-pointer, nothing dropping. Rebound has been secured. You got to think at the moment, this is going to be tough. Well, Max Kulet Videos, thank you so much for your kind work. That's the addition of Kai Soto. Big time three-pointer. Obrigado, as they would say in Brazil. Thank you very much. Suarez with the big time tray ball. Boa noite. Good night, as they would say in his homeland of Brazil. Timeout called by Diagotani. You can look at the faces of those RYUKYU Golden Kings fans. It has just been a tough night tonight. Well, Max Kula Videos, thank you so much for your kind words. Again, Kai Soto joined Yokohama quite late in the season. So extra games added due to the demand to see the great Kai Soto, but I appreciate your very kind words. Well, Neil Reyes, welcome. Yubasa Magajan Gabi. Next big play is coming, brother. Durham trying to break this one down. Another turnover. Golden Kings, they look all afraid at the moment. A great recovery by Vic Law. A bit of a collision there as both Law, well no, Shota Onodera and Tatsuya Ito hit the ground. Well, it's quite excessive contact for sure, but Tatsuya Ito has been a key player so far in this game for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Well, the energy he brings off the backcourt, especially from the bench when he's ever replacing the likes of the number 1 point guard. I mean, it is great the energy he brings, but you know, they definitely aren't going to need him. Well, Takumi Saito is the number 1 option. So Tatsuya Ito looks like he's going to have to go to the bench at 3:10 left here in the game. Golden Kings trying to break down the pressure. Keita Imamura in the backcourt along with Ryuchi Kishimoto. Onodera, he's struggled tonight. And again, he made 1 3 in the first quarter, but since then, failing to connect. Going under the basket. This one will go. 15-point ball game. Well, good hands by Durham. And now, Golden Kings can try to break it. Finds Imamura. Imamura can't get it, but the follow-up by Vic Law. And now Coach Dennis of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, he will call timeout. As RYUKYU Golden Kings currently on a 4-0 run. Remember, the Golden Kings don't have any more fouls to give. Good hands by Durham. Too casual a play there by Takumi Saito. And the finish by Casey Imamura wasn't there, but the follow-up by Vic Law. Well, it's kind of now or never here for Golden Kings. Trying to put on the full court pressure, but Diamond Dolphins breaking no problem. Kind of Suda patiently. Probably could have got an ad one there, but very intelligent play by Yutaro Suda. Well, he's been phenomenal tonight. 5 3-pointers, top scorer. Second foul's going to be put against Takumi Saito. Well, going into finishing, Vic Law, but could it all be a consolation in the moment? Well, Neil Reyes, what is the name of your podcast on the other live stream? Well, that is the man of the PBA, one of the voices of the PBA, Anthony Suntai, I believe you're talking about. If you're talking about the Yokohama game, he's one of the best commentators from the Philippines. Stars 10 feet, unable to connect. Under 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Golden Kings down by 13. Law pulls up at 15, sinks this one. Now it's an 11-point ball game. Golden Kings trying to rally. Oh, turnover! Now it's a 9-point ball game. Diamond Dolphins not taking care of the basketball. Well, if you think about it mathematically at the moment, Golden Kings, if they make 3 3-pointers, they're right back in this. There's a turnover. There was a steal. They gotta take care of the basketball. These full court pressures causing problems. Another turnover. Wow, incredible. More corner three. Just can't get it. Imamura with the follow-up. Now it's a 7-point ball game. And it's a 10-0 run from the RYUKYU Golden Kings. This full court pressure, but a foul's been committed. Bobby Ray Parks getting into it now with Shota Onodera. That was a 3-point. Now look at Casey Imamura. Third foul is going to be called against Imamura. No, Shota Onodera, excuse me. So 2 free throws here for Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Or Jonathan De La Rosa, Rui Hachimura needs to play in this league after the way he played. Jonathan De La Rosa, please don't quit your day job, if you have one, that is. Your comedy is not funny. Kevin S., when is my next BBL game? It's tomorrow. I'll be covering Leicester Riders versus Sheffield Sharks. Kevin S., I didn't know you watched the British Basketball League. I'm impressed, very impressed. Ray makes both free throws. Back to a 9-point ball game. $80 seconds left. Golden Kings, they've got to go quick. They've got to think about going for a 3-pointer right now. Imamura pump fakes, nice move. Finishes this one back to a 7-point deficit. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. He's going to break down the full court pressure. 1 minute left. Kishimoto trying to put on heavy pressure. And this one down the middle. One more pass. Ray puts it up. Can't get it. Rebound's been secured. Onodera's got to go quickly here. Rick Lear goes to the bump. Onodera struggled so far and again just can't connect. The foul is going to be called, so free throws coming up here, I believe. Well, they want an unsportsmanlike foul. Well, does that need to be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike? That's the question. The referees will review this. No problem, Jonathan De La Rosa. I will stop sipping the Haterade. Just make sure that you also stop drinking the Trollerade. This is basketball. Enjoy the game, brother. Oh, Kevin S., I forgot. You are the fan who follows BBL on Twitter. My apologies. Kevin S., for some reason, I thought you lived in New Jersey. You have a San Antonio Spurs logo, so where are you currently based in the U.S., brother? Referees now will review this. Well, the foul has been called against Alan Durham. So, CJ, yes, that has been big news in the last 2 weeks. Yuta Watanabe is leaving the NBA after this year, and he's returning to Japan to play in the B.LEAGUE. We don't know who he's playing for. Yutada Suda will have these 2 free throws for the unsportsmanlike foul. 25 points tonight for Suda, 5 3-pointers. If you've only just joined this game in the first quarter, he was on fire. 9-point lead, 36.9 left. More or less dead and buried at the moment. Bobby Ray Fox Jr. looking to get the foul. Time winding down. Ray Ray's got to put up a Hail Mary 3. And that goes way out of bounds. And that ends up in the accredited media zone. Well, CJ, Watanabe is actually a very common Japanese name, so there's no relation whatsoever. Three-pointer made by Casey Moore, 13.8 left. But it's probably too little too late at the moment. That just cut it down to a 6-point ball game. I wonder if the referees will check if this was a three-pointer. Well, a timeout's been called. Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, they want to talk this over. 14.2 left. That is what the referees were trying to see, how much time was left. Well, final moments here in the game now for these two teams. 6-point lead at the moment to the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And it's just fair to say that, you know, RYUKYU just haven't come ready to play in this game. Well, they've advanced the ball. So 0.2 of a second difference between game and shot clock. They've advanced it to avoid any turnovers in the full court. Quick foul has been committed by Jack Cooley. So 2 free throws coming up. Kevin S. definitely, remember, BBL games going on tomorrow, 3 playoff games, and more B.LEAGUE games going on tomorrow as well. The BBL will be on Sunday, excuse me, but as we head closer and closer to the Japanese B.LEAGUE playoffs. And let me tell you something about the Japanese B.LEAGUE. It is the highest rising professional basketball league in the world of international hoops. The exponential growth of the Japanese B.LEAGUE has been phenomenal in the last few years. The amount of Japanese, domestic and international talent playing in this league, it's incredible. Every game here in the B.LEAGUE is always a sellout crowd. Well, the referees were trying to check how much time had come off the clock. 2 free throws coming up here for Scott Everton at the moment. He has been terrific today. He misses the first free throw. Does that give the Golden Kings fans a glimmer of hope, maybe? I don't know. 6 points, down by 6 points with 13.9 to go. Looks like a tough task. Missed them both. Another foul as Bobby Ray Parks Jr. will go to the free throw line. Well, CJ Gann, you're absolutely right. I mean, the Japanese national team, whether it's the FIBA Asia Cup, World Cup qualifiers, or even the main tournaments, they're going to be heading to the second consecutive Olympics. You know, championships does say it all, so Japan should be favorites to contest for the FIBA Asia Cup Championship in 2025 in Saudi Arabia. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. makes both free throws. 8-point ball game. Nagoya on their way to picking up a big victory. Well, it's incredible here from the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. They are going to sweep the defending champions in the regular season. Imamura, El Mary threw almost got that one. There's the offensive rebound. Something's good. I think the referees are going to check how much time is left on the clock, but literally, this game is dead and buried. Well, Coach Dennis, very stoic demeanor, one of the best coaches here in Japan. He's done a phenomenal job of turning this team around from playoff hopefuls into championship contenders. Well, Coach Dennis is going to call timeout. They're winning by 6 points with 4/10 of a second left. Nagoya is gonna call timeout. Well, it's always tough when a timeout's called. You're about to lose the game. With 4/10 of a second left, but you can see professionally, RYUKYU Golden Kings are happy to get things back underway. Well, big victory tonight here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Huge win against the defending champions. These two teams top of the Western Conference as we head into the playoffs momentarily. Big performance by Utano Suda. He was on fire tonight. 5 3-pointers from the sharpshooter. A disappointing night here for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. I think the main talking point of this game has been the defense by Nagoya. They frustrated Golden Kings. As soon as they took a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter, you just kind of felt there was no way back for Dio Katani and his players. Well, a big shout out and thank you to our fans watching live. Shout out to Maria Rosita Andres. Shout out to CJ from Rotterdam Feyenoord. Shout out to Kevin S. And shout out to the Troller Raid, Jonathan De La Rosa, Marlene Melagrito. 6-point victory tonight here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Players and coaches, they'll show their respect to the home crowd. Shout out to Jonah Rosales. Salamat po. Paalam walang anumang. Defending champions, still the best record in the Western Conference. 4th best record in the Japanese B.LEAGUE this season. But unfortunately, they'll pick up a defeat here The traveling fans of Okinawa showing their love and support, and this is why you have to love the Japanese B.LEAGUE. Of course, I mean, one thing I've just loved about commentating Japanese B.LEAGUE is the amount of fans who come into the building week in, week out to support their team. And no doubt the Player of the Game award definitely has to go to Yutaro Suda. Well, we are going to hear momentarily from coaches and players to get their thoughts on the game. We'll also show you some of the key highlights, but here are some of the recaps and replays of Yutaro Suda's three-point shooting tonight. Well, it's just the ability of how quickly he gets his feet set. He is just simply a prime-time three-point shooter. Well, big performance by Yutaro Suda, 32 years of age, standing at 190 centimeters. Tonight is his moment. You got to think, he's got to be in contention with Japan's Olympic team this summer. We are going to hear from head coach Dennis, as well as probably the MVP and captain. We will get all this translated before we take a look at some of the key highlights from this game.
まずは名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズの選手に大きな拍手をお送りください。ではまずショーン・デニスヘッドコーチにお話を伺います。
One
本
moment
日
now.
の
Let's
試合
listen
振
to
り
Coach
返って
Dennis to see
い
what
か
he
がで
has
しょ
to
うか。
say.
皆さんこんにちは。Yeah, another very good performance against a very good team, and it's pleasing. But as our song says, we haven't done anything yet.
素晴らしいチーム相手に素晴らしい結果を残せました今日は。でも曲が言うようにまだ何にも成し遂げてないうちは。
RYUKYU aren't the reigning champions for no reason. We know they're going to come out hard. So it's important that we get good recovery and we come back focused tomorrow knowing that they're going to be even better than they were today.
琉球は理由があって去年のチャンピオン。うちも準備して明日相手がハードに来るのを戦っていかないといけない。
I don't have much to say today because we do have more work to do. But the one thing I will say, your support is absolutely amazing, and the loudness certainly helped them miss some crucial free throws and drove our guys home. Arigatou gozaimasu.
まだ明日試合がありますのであまり言うことはないんですが、今日皆様の声援、皆様の声のおかげで大事なフリースロー相手を落としていると思います。明日もよろしくお願いします。
ショーン・デニスヘッドコーチでした。ありがとうございました。さてここでマルエガレリアプレゼンツ本日のオンファイヤー賞を発表いたします。本日47,501ファイヤーを獲得し1位となったのは No.14 佐藤拓磨選手です。おめでとうございます。
And now we're going to hear from Takuma Sato, the former Chiba Jets player, the veteran contributor this season so far for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And what a key contributor, as we mentioned. He's been terrific. It's as simple as that. Just a phenomenal player.
おめでとうございます。
まさかでした。ありがとうございま
So
す。
let's listen to
いや
what he
も
has
う
to say.
皆さん
And
そう
we
でし
will
たけ
get
ども、第
translated
1クォーターから気
momentarily.
合ビンビン感じましたし、献身的なディフェンスがおそらくこの結果を生んだんじゃないかなと思うんですけども、ご自身のプレー振り返ってみていかがでしょうか。
本当にチームで前島根戦すごくいい形でできたので、そのスタンダードのままみんなハッスルしていこうって話だったので、僕は途中からでしたので、そこでエンジンさらにかけていけるように心がけてました。
95年組のチームワークもすごく冴えてたような気がしますけども、そのあたりはどうでしょう。
いや本当にいつも点取らせてもらってるんで、はい、頑張ってこれからも走りたいと思います。
ホームでチャンピオンシップ開催、誰も諦めておりません。ぜひ最後に思いを一言お願いします。
本当にまだ僕らは何も成し遂げてないんですけど、ただもう優勝できるという手応えは本当にあるので、ここから一戦一戦もう魂全部注ぐ気持ちで、一緒に戦っていきましょう。ぜひよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。佐藤選手にはグルナビ様よりグルナビフードホール Y お食事券が贈られます。大衆酒場、韓国料理、エスニック料理、沖縄料理など今日の食べたいがここにあるグルナビフードホール Y では合計7店舗の人気店が毎日23時までマルエイガレリア3階で皆様のお越しをお待ちして
Now
おりま
remember,
す。
he did play in the B.LEAGUE
改めて佐藤選
Championship
手おめで
final
とうござい
last year
ます。
alongside Yutaro Suda and Tenketsu Hadamoto, who has recovered from injury so far this
それで
season.
は本日の MVP 選手をお呼びいたしましょう。本日の MVP は No.11 須田裕太郎選手です。
So here comes the MVP, the most valuable player in this game. And we translate exactly what what Takuma Sato said. Said, I'm very surprised to get this award. Of course, he didn't do anything, but we needed to win the game, and that was all that was left. So great performance and very good honesty coming from the likes of Takuma Sato.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日スリーポイント7分の5、ツーポイント4分の4の 100%、 フィールドゴール 81.8%、 なんとキャリアハイでございます。26点のキャリアハイでございます。ご自身のプレー振り返ってみて率直にいかがでしょう。
いやもうチームメイトがいいアシストだったりとかというのを本当に多くしてくれて、またこう会場の雰囲気で僕自身もしっかりとこう気持ちよくプレーすることができたので、本当に皆さんに感謝しています。ありがとうございます。
先ほどショーン・デニスヘッドコーチもおっしゃってましたけども、よくスッサンが言う僕たちは何も成し遂げていないという言葉、今日試合前にどんな声をかけられたんでしょうか。
いやもう本当にこの試合を楽しむっていうところはみんなに声をかけたんですけど、ただ今日勝ちましたけど、明日勝たないと全く意味がないですし、多分ここにいる皆さん誰も今日の勝利で満足している方は多分いないと思うので、明日ドルフィンズ一丸で一勝をもぎ取りましょう。
ありがとうございます。
本日の MVP 須田選手には MVP 賞として本日のゲームパートナーさなげ温泉様からさなげ温泉ペア宿泊券が贈られます。それではプレゼンターのさなげ温泉取締役社長島崎弘和様、よろしくお願いいたします。
Well, the MVP award, of course, going to Yutaro Suda, rightfully so. Yutaro Suda, career high to 26 points. We mentioned 5 3-pointers. He was simply terrific, to say the least. Talked about the great atmosphere tonight in another big victory for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins against RYUKYU Golden Kings. Remember, they will play tomorrow, but they were indeed led by this man, the superstar. Well, here are some of the key highlights from this game. Durham started well in the first quarter, finding Onodera. This is the only three-pointer Shota Onodera made tonight. He struggled immensely after that, missing 5 three-pointers all wide open. the first points of the game coming from the big man, Scott Everton. And I think the key thing here that helped Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, you compare Diamond Dolphins with San Antonio Phoenix. San Antonio Phoenix maybe don't have the size to compete against some of the top B-League teams. But you look at Nagoya. Nagoya's got Scott Everton, Tim Suarez, and Joshua Smith Baby Shack. And this is going to prove to be pivotal when we get into the playoffs because the B-League isn't just a fast-paced transition league. I like how these two teams played in transition. The tempo was good. Back and forth action. Just an unbelievable game of basketball. Nagoya deservingly winning this game. This was a tough play, catching out of bounds. Finding the three in the corner by Utada Suda. I mean, he was on fire tonight. And there's a few three-pointers coming for the Golden Kings. Cross-court pass. That was just their issue. The consistency from the perimeter was just the problem here for RYUKYU. But Suda making shots off balance. I mean, he jumps off one leg if you think about it. Well, here was a great play again by Bobby Ray Parks Jr. going coast to coast. That was towards the end of the first half. He had his moments, but was unable to find the consistency in this game. Again, Jack Cooley kicking this one out. Matsuwaki, big three-pointer. They needed those. Remember, they will play tomorrow. That's going to be something they look to change in this game, in this matchup. Well, Vic Law, another player, one of the greatest players in the B-League. But tonight, he struggled. They've got to be able to turn this around tomorrow for sure. Well, Everton had a tough one. I'd say, you played a game of horse for sure. But again, that man wasn't cooling down anytime soon. He was simply on fire. He was just terrific, to say the least. Well, you got to find ways to shut them down, that's for sure. Well, Everton with a big play. The question is, could they maintain it going for the rest of the game? You know, Scott Anderson played some big minutes, even when he wasn't involved in the scoring. And there was a huge three by Takuma Sato. And that kind of separated the distance between these two teams. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. kicking out. Another big one. Well, it was all that offensive rebounding, getting the follow-ups. Big time play by Alan Durham, but quickly up the other end. And the Nagoya fans, they just love the occasion. And Durham missing the three-pointer. Cooley with the follow-up. It's that kind of game, of course. I mean, Everton had a field day for that matter. Just went everywhere and anywhere on the floor that he wanted. Suarez with a big one. Well, the comeback came. They went on a 10-0 run in the last few minutes, but it was just too little too late here for the Golden Kings. You can see it was turnover after turnover. The inability to take care of the basketball. Suda making the unsportsmanlike foul free throws. Of course, it was all over here tonight. Big victory for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Well, we'll take a look at some of the game leaders. And you can see the stats from the game. And those kind of stats, you look at this one, the three-point shooting was very impressive. 41% from Nagoya, only 7 for 31 for the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Of course, turnovers was the issue, but think for RYUKYU Golden Kings, they had 17 offensive rebounds. And you got to think that kind of rebounding, it's usually the rebound that wins your game, but it was just too little, too late for them at that point. Yutaro Suda, 26 points. Well, Keita Imamura leading the way with 15 here for RYUKYU Golden Kings. But as we said, just not enough contributors tonight here for the Golden Kings. Well, they will play tomorrow. The Golden Kings still looking for their first victory indeed here against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Something they'll be looking to change drastically if they're going to try to retain and defend their championship. Well, Vic Lord did have 6 assists. Scott Edison, 10 rebounds. And there was your head-to-head between Keita Imamura and Yutaro Suda. Yutaro Suda, 26. Well, not Rishi Kishimoto, excuse me, my apologies. Keita Imamura is his backcourt partner in as a shooting guard. But a big win nonetheless. Well, just a big victory, of course, here for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And these two teams, of course, will meet tomorrow. Well, there are the matchups coming up. And, of course, the Game 2s will be played tomorrow. Make sure that you follow in. This is B.LEAGUE Basketball. We thank you for joining us. Goodbye and God bless. We'll see you soon for more games.